Oh my god, it's been a while since I've done this. What is up, guys? Cosplay Evo here with the version 2 of the Wolverine suit. Yes, I made it. I updated it. Just little things here and there you can see in this video. Besides that, I got a new microphone for you guys. That way the audio is a lot more clear and better for you guys. I know I was just using this headset. I don't have it. I took it off, but I was using the headset mic. That was terrible. I got a new microphone, so expect better audio quality in these videos. So yeah, let's move on to the video. See you guys. Of course, I started with the forums. I decided to 3D print them. I'll link the description down below for the file I got.
Okay, so we're gonna do some upgrades to the suit. For one, when I was out on the Lodi Comic Con, since it was out in the sun, got a lot of paint damage right here on the helmet, so I'm gonna have to sand all this down. And then I wanna do better weathering on this because I still need to get better at weathering my props. Also, I'm either gonna, I'll throw up some pictures here wrapped to my arm. Because when I had these, it was rubbing on my my bicep right here, so it got a bunch of scratches and stuff. So either I add more padding or I find like a nice undersuit that doesn't reveal a little bit too much of the shoulders. The boot covers, or shin guards, whatever you like to call them. First off, this little trim part, it's a little too thick for my liking. And I feel like it hides a lot of the... That's also because I was trying to cover up the seam that was in here. I didn't watch the video fully. He made it all in one piece, and that's what I'm gonna do instead of making it a two-piece. And also, I want to switch to Velcro instead of a zipper, which I can see the elastic and the zipper kind of just gave up over time. Also, another thing I'd like to upgrade are my forearm pieces, and that's because I mean they're pretty good, but they're just last minute, not too much detail I could have added through. I mean, I could have, but I was con crunching. And I just needed this really fast. But it's just this opening, the elastic part kind of annoyed me, and over time, when I would be wearing it, it would automatically just like flip like this. So when I was holding it, I would always have to adjust it, and it was a pain to get out of these things. Thankfully, the same guy I got from the shoulder pieces have forearm pieces. So I 3D printed those. I'm gonna sand this down. This is a little layer shift, unfortunately, but these fit pretty nice. And I just need to figure out how to, because I mean, they're friction fit. It's pretty nice, but if I flex my arm in a certain way, it's gonna pop out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna change that. But another thing, with the suit, I'm most likely gonna have to super glue these buckles on the side, or I might extend them a bit, because the way that they were just kept flying inside. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. And also I'm gonna retouch up the black here, because you can see some of the yellow. And one of the things my friend pointed out was to hide the pants and the suit, because they're different colors, different shades of yellow, is to actually paint this belt red, also a nod to the comics. That way it's still fitting with that theme, and also to hide the pants a little bit better. But yeah, those are all the upgrades I'm going to be doing. Might do a little bit more weathering to all the stuff, but overall, that's it. Now I have it barely masked off, because all I need to do is just sand this top part, a little bit of the forearm part, and I'm using orbital sander on that, and then hit it with another repaint, and then we should be fine with this.
Alright, now we got the old orbital sander out. Yes, I said old, probably get a new one soon. But anyways, we got, I believe it's 80 grit, and then I just sanded that down.
Another thing I want to do, this little trim right here, I want to paint that silver, so I might as well, if I had the paint out right now, I might as well do it. Add some tape out. Follow our lines. Probably what I'm doing, grabbing the tape, kind of putting on my clothes so it grabs on. That way some of the adhesive from the tape don't peel up on my prints, because I had that issue. I had to repaint everything, and it was a pain in the butt.
So right now we're just taping the shoulder parts off. If you have thicker tape like I did, I used blue painter's tape. Actually got the straight edges on the ends, and I just like made them to thinner strips. You could probably get away with, that's how I got away with this. But if you want to get really into it, get some pinstriping masking tape. They sold some at Hobby Lobby at the time of recording this. I'm not sure if they still have it, but yeah, use that if you want to, but I just used what I had on hand, and yeah, that's basically what I did. So we hit that with a coat of silver. Thankfully, I had a bit left, just enough for the little edge parts, And I forgot to record this, but I actually masked off the entire suit. Well, not the entire, but just the bottom portion, just for the belt. And for those black spots, I decided to hit it with a dusting of black. Use a garbage bag or some kind of plastic bag to make some texture to make it actually look like leather or some fake leather. Full 360.
Okay, helmet's all dry. Guess what? I mean, the little damage right there on the top is kind of fixed. But yeah, you never guess what happened again. Freaking orange peel. But that's fine, cover up with weathering. That's gonna happen because of a number of things. Yeah, I didn't shake the can long enough, the weather, the humidity, the temperature of the can, the different paints I used for this thing, or the sanding, something was in the, yeah, it's a bunch of stuff can happen. But thankfully for weathering, it kind of ages it a bit. So I'm not as mad as I was in the beginning when I had the first orange peel, but after I put on the weathering on the first time, it kind of covered up majority. You don't really notice the orange peel unless you really, really look at it, but overall, the helmet is painted. Now all I need to do is hit it with some brown wash, and the helmet back up, and hopefully, and again, you overspray in the mask here. I'm hoping because I do not want to do any more things to this helmet. Okay, while waiting for all that to dry, I went ahead and found these free Iron Man gloves. It's Marvel, so it fits the theme. So I decided to modify these. As you can see, it doesn't have like the repulse or any of the other details. I did add this little panel line though, to actually get some little bit of color, and then I'm gonna add like a little plate right here. That way it's gonna look like the claws are coming out instead of coming out of my hands. But overall, but yeah, this is it. We're just gonna glue it, each one of these parts together. That way it makes a glove. Probably reinforce it or something somehow. Use a heat gun, build these parts. And I'll leave the link in the description where I got this from. So yeah. Alright, so I made these pieces. It's a 5mm wrapped in 2mm craft foam. I'm sanding it down. They look like, they used to look like these, but I dremel it down so that way it curves in. That way it fits in right here instead of up here. Instead of up here. So it's gonna dig down right there, because my claws, they come out from right there. So it's gonna look a little bit like it's gonna come out like claws, but what we're doing, grab the Dremel and just wear a mask. Don't do as I do, do as I say. I'm just testing it on my glove part. As you see, that's how it's gonna sit. And yeah, do this 4 more times. Now these dried really, really quickly, as you can see. On camera, it kind of looks like it has some, but as you can see, there's some yellow showing, but I did a little black wash and it kind of filled in those gaps right there and made it a little bit more realistic as opposed to a shiny, to kind of weathered, kind of dirty look. So yeah, that's what I do. Just hit everything with the black wash. Got it fully painted. As you can see, it kind of started pulling off the paint, but let's get some of this peel action here. Trying to get rid of all the tape as soon as possible. That way, when the adhesive, I keep saying adhesive doesn't show up as much, or trying to get rid of it as possible. So here we go, we got the little glove part. Now I'm trying to glue on these little claw parts. We should be done with the glove. We just need the little chin, the forearm parts, whatever. As you can see, the little claw, whatever pieces are on there. And whenever I put the claws in, it's gonna look like it coming out at certain angles. If you look at it straight on, I already know it's not gonna line up. But hey, it's better than me having just a plain black glove. And I wanna do some updates to this. Now I'm gonna leave this overnight to dry because it's still a little bit tacky. I actually got a little bit impatient, but this is overall the claws here. So, there we go, the Wolverine claws, and they don't line up. Now what I mean, this is just for decoration. These top pieces, whenever I want to do like a photo shoot without these. Now my glove has some detail instead of these tactical black gloves, which I dig a lot. But these are usually just for details for that, just to have that extra claws. They're a little too high, as you can see, little gaps there, but I'm okay with that. If I ever wanted to, might chop off these. These are really cheap claws. I should grab another one and just attach them. Just glue them to here, but I feel like it'll be too much weight and I'll just be flopping around. I don't want to do all that. So I like having them a little detachable, and then from certain angles you can see it kind of comes out the claw, which is cool. And that could just, as long as I don't do like some dead straight on, then I'm gonna have to do some Photoshop, some claws or something. But overall, this paint's already chipping on there. But I got a better glove than this black tactical glove. It has some different shades, which I like. The yellow, the blue, and the black, silver. I really dig this.
All right, so we have the Wolverine suit, well, not suit, helmet. We used some brown acrylic paint. I didn't have the exact brown. I mixed in the leftover brown I did in my Zuko cosplay. You can watch that if you want to see that. But I used that, and I mixed some black in there. Made it a little darker brown. But I had to redo it because I didn't like how the brown wash looked. But you're gonna see that in the later in the video. It's me just taking off the masking tape off the helmet. As you can see, there's a little bit of overspray, unfortunately, but that's what happens. I feel like I have a bad tendency just getting oversprayed no matter how hard I tape it, no matter how hard I stick it to it. But hey, that's cosplay. As you can see, I am testing out my new brushes, or old brushes. I did get new paint brushes for for some of these, but it didn't really work. But get some silver and just try to fix the dry brushing on my Wolverine helmet. I didn't like how it looked. Thankfully, the ones I did a little bit too much silver on, I was able to wipe it just in time, because a lot can go a long way.
Got it all painted, but unfortunately, I forgot to mask this little part right here. So I'm gonna have to mask this off, paint it black, and we should be good. Okay, now one issue I had with the my Wolverine suit was with the shoulders. It kind of scarred up. Well, not scarred. Give me little red marks right here on my bicep part. So I found either I put more padding on the shoulder pieces, or I can find a undersuit, or in this case I had an extra compression shirt, and I'm just gonna cut the sleeves off, make sure there's enough room so where the shoulder piece don't cut me or leave scratches on me. So yeah, this is the most simplest part of the build, or of the upgrades. All we have to do is just cut where these marks are, or these tape lines are at. So yeah, so we got the sleeves cut. I'm gonna cut a little bit extra, just kind of make it a little bit more distressed, but so far that's how the new compression looks.
It's the same template I used in the last video. Go ahead and check that out if you want the full template.
Alright, you barely kind of see it, but right here is where the line is. Now before I cut them separately, so we're going to do this, but before that, it was a little too big on my end doing this side, so I'm actually going to push it in a little bit. So that way it's, because this is where the line's at, so we're just going to push that, meet up these points, so we still have that kind of, this little trapezoid shape here. Alright, so while the boots are drying, I decided to do some weathering. So here's a clean version, here's a weathered version. Getting a little bit better with weathering. And still need to do a little bit of touch up. You can see some foaming in there, but I don't know. What do you guys like about it? Like the clean look and like the weathered look? Now it's not. I was kind of doing like not kind of like a battle damage, but like an age. So that's why there's not a bunch of scratches or like blood. But yeah, this is pretty good. As you can see, I kind of dry brushed this too, the middle part, the textured part. I really like it how it came out. So it's time to do that one. So I've officially completed the suit. All I gotta do is touch it up a bit with the buckles and stuff, with a little bit of glue, hot glue and stuff. But we've officially done it. We've completed it. Now a couple things I did different with these new and improved boot kind of shin guard things old one. I changed the seam right here. As you see, this is the old one, this is the new one. Tell by a little shinier it is too. As you can see, the little strip is a lot thinner. This one I believe is like 3 inches. Could be wrong, maybe 2.5. This I made it into 1.5. The big difference, I didn't like how it was like. I didn't like how the middle part was thick. That's because I had to make it that thick because of the seam. I didn't watch the video fully, so that's my bad. But also I changed this. No more zipper. This old one was a zipper. I wish I could reuse the zipper. I probably could use it, but over time, I know this happened in the day of the cosplay, or right after I got done, the zipper just came off. So over time, the zipper's gonna pull. But I switched from the zipper to Velcro. That way it can also be kind of adjustable too, just in case I decide to bulk up a little bit more. I still want to fit in the suit. But we switched these to Velcro. That's about it for the boots. Kind of reinforced it too. There are 2 boots right here. And the next one are my gloves, or my gloves, or my arm covers, whatever. These are the old ones made out of foam, you know, durable. Not gonna break. These are probably gonna break, but these are a lot better, a lot more detail than I put on my foam ones. These were rushed, unfortunately. This was also rushed, but as you can see, a lot more detail, a lot more dry brushing on it, a lot more details put into this, more love into this. And as you can see, it has this texture on it, on the yellow parts, this blue part, the textured parts. I like the different colors on this. That's one thing I liked about some of the Marvel designs. And that's what I was kind of doing. I was doing I wanted to mix up the comic and the Marvel, put it together, kind of modernize the look a bit. But as you see, just put a little bit of foam in there for comfort. That way this plastic don't like stick to me. But yeah, we're completely done with the suit. Don't mind my belly. This is what the undersuit's gonna look like. As you can see, looking like a beefcake.
And now, the full reveal of the Wolverine suit version 2.
I am Wolverine.
Now, if you guys didn't get to see it, I do have pictures on my Instagram, but I'm just going to show the pictures right here, because why not? Show off my hard work everywhere. But that's going to be it for the Wolverine suit. I believe there's not going to be any more versions of it. Anyways, all the files I use, well, in the updated version will be in the description down below. All the old files I use will be in the other video. Also, that link in the description down below to that video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. But that's going to be it for today's video. I know I'm kind of busy right now, so trying to figure out other situations for videos and other content I'm going to make. But stay tuned. I'm going to have one of my most insane builds. I know I say that a lot, but this time I'm really doing it. I already bought the files, and I can't go back now, so you're going to have my word. But just a little teaser. Let's just say the age of primes has ended.